He offers
What?
eternal life.
In pain.
Yeah,
You know,
it's nerd.
You're suffering these horrible detriments, right? But you're just not gonna die from them like normal people do. But you still feel it.
Oh, you don't feel it.
You do.
No, you don't feel it.
The Lord says
he
you
takes
do.
that away. You just look ugly as fuck.
The Lord says
actually,
you feel it.
It depends. Well, with 40k, there's a lot of lore and a lot of contradictory lore. But for the most part, like, you can literally have like your guts oozing out of you, and you'll still be perfectly functional and fine.
Right. I think like the main point is like Slaanesh is all about like pain and experiencing feelings.
Yeah,
So obviously, if you're any of the other three, you don't want anyone to experience pain. Even Khorne is like, no, just kill him fast. Don't let him feel anything.
I mean, in the fantasy universe, I was all about Zinch. So Zinch. Sorry, I can never say the name right.
Yeah.
See, Zinch is the asshole that will stab you in the back.
Well, yeah, it's change. I'm just saying, Slaanesh is up there, upper tier of ones you'd want versus ones you wouldn't want. But apparently, we have different viewpoints about that.
I think the main issue with Zinch is that you're more likely to end up as a chaos spawn than anything with any form of actual intelligence.
In fantasy, I was all about getting those mutations, so Zinch was all my way to go.
I believe one player, his character particularly, ended up as like giant demon centaur brain wiped undead soulless thing. He was also a top tier archer, so it was a fun fight that they ran away from. Very
sounds like a lovely way to die.
Oh no, this
That's
is terrible.
not how I died.
All right, so as for my dog, literally ripped everything off the table because
I thought that happened.
Dogs. That's what they do. So, as Jort throws the book, long pause, and you hear someone on the other side, like, "Oh, somebody out there then?"
Identify yourself.
Oh yeah, no, sure thing there, bud. I'm Mr. Wilkins. I own this farm. I'm not sure how to tell you this, folks, but it looks like there's some kind of gas issue all outside. Lots of horrible things going on over there. So if you could just not open this door until it goes away, that'd be fantastic.
You want like a mask?
Is that something that would even help? Wouldn't I have to? I completely lost that accent. Okay,
it's all right. He's pretty surprised.
Don't you know? Could you even open the door without me just dying like right away?
I don't know.
You know, I've introduced myself. So who are you exactly, and why are you in my basement?
Oh yeah, I'm Private Jort. I'm here with the army, the Imperial Guard.
Oh, geez. Thank goodness about that. So the cavalry's finally here then, huh? Did you find my wife and kids out there? Are they okay?
Yeah, I found them all right.
Oh, that's good news. I hadn't heard from them in a long time. There was a bit of screaming earlier and some coughing, but I was hoping that they could get to someplace safe over there, maybe seal the windows. But I couldn't leave from here for obvious reasons on account of the dying and the screaming.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, they're with the Emperor now, so...
Yeah. Well, that's a relief. So, do you have any more of them masks then? Because I would very much like to not be locked in this room much longer. It is not a comfortable environment.
Yeah. And I just turned to one of the companions and I'm like, go get me a mask.
Companions like they sort of look at each other. They both bolt for the staircase and they sort of pull each other. And one guy manages to get up the staircase. We're gonna say that is Raygun's comrade.
Yeah. And when he comes back for a mask, I'll just be like, wait, there's a survivor? Just take the whole damn suit and just make sure you shove the mask on first and get everything else on him as quickly as possible.
I mean, you better put on a full suit, otherwise exposure to the gas is going to, affect his skin. Any exposed
Heck,
flesh.
if that room's airtight and he's fine, just throw that in and tell him to put it on and close the door right after.
Well, assumedly he must be pressurizing the room somehow, otherwise the ability of light to escape from underneath the door would preclude a non-airtight situation.
That is a good point right there, Alexander. Maybe we should all go ahead and mount up.
Not suggested, sir.
Well, I definitely am not going to let Jord open the door face first into someone who's already a horrific zombie or something.
Why don't you command Jordan not to open the door then?
Because our orders are to bring back any survivors, and this is the only one.
Have we collected any?
So we're bringing them back.
Have we collected any dog tags, by the way?
No.
One. I think Jord actually picked that up.
Because it seems like we ought to be picking those up as well.
Right. Well, that's
I don't
definitely
think we
on the
checked
table.
any dead bodies except for this one.
You checked you just checked one of the Imperial Guardsmen, and you tried to perform a Medicaid check, and you failed miserably.
Right. All we did was
noticed. Right.
We noticed dead bodies. I don't think we did anything with them. I guess other than you, since you picked up a dog tag. But I think it falls under our purview to pick up any of these dog tags as well.
And then I wanted to go back into the barn anyway and try to figure out what squad those guys were from. So.
And
Right,
specifically, I guess, why somebody collected all of their bodies and put them in one spot. And not the bodies that were upstairs. Yeah, somebody was doing weird shit.
So in the barn there weren't any actual bodies. It was mostly just pieces of kit. But sure, you can go there if you'd like. What do you guys want to do specifically, and in what order?
Well, I would like to order Alexander in as the sole remaining member that is not horrifically injured.
God, can I put my bet that the sergeant won't survive this encounter, and thus court-martial will not find me?
Impossible.
But it'll be up to you, George, to go in and put this on him. If they are hostile, retreat immediately. But then we'll try to get this guy.
I guess that guy comes back and tells me that since everybody's just going to stay in the Chimera.
Yeah, Bigby and I can only have action. We can't help with this. We try and then we start bleeding again and die.
I mean, to be fair, you could get there. You just wouldn't be able to escape with the half-action moves.
Exactly. See, I've learned from my horror movie trope.
Right, so you two are heavily wounded. Somebody has to make sure the Chimera can stay fully operational.
Right, that's why I have a toolkit.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you do that.
I'm both slow and meaty.
Slow and what?
The Chimera's fine, it hasn't taken any damage. What was that? Yeah.
So, I guess when the companion comes back, I'm going to have him open the door and just toss it in there and close the door again real quick. While I just watch the door with my heavy bolter.
Sure. You hear a latch on the other side unlock, and he throws it in there, and you can see roll me awareness real quick. You don't get any bonuses because it's kind of dark where you are.
All right. I'm just gonna assume that I'll fail, but I'll roll it anyway.
Oh man, that grease really did a number on your eyes.
I'm not trained in awareness.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, that's not so great. But he opens it. You can see the man's silhouette on the other side before the door shuts. And then a few minutes later, he goes, "Okay, so I guess I just put it on like overalls. Okay. And then I had the tuck tape. All right. Oh, that's not so bad at all. Fantastic. All right. I think I'm good to go. Whenever you folks are. So, if you don't mind, maybe we should get going then.
All right.
I don't really want to spend too much more time here anymore. If you understand my meaning there.
Yeah, I feel you. I missed the opportunity to say, "Hell yeah, brother!"
Well, he goes, you guys aren't half as bad as my grandpa used to tell me you guys would. He always used to say, you can't trust those PDF folks. They'll just burn a farm just because a man ain't paying his taxes. But we ain't paid taxes in a minute. And I'll be perfectly honest. Once y'all started shelling us, well, we just assumed it was because of all the, mostly just because we hadn't paid you all in so long.
Yeah, the PDF are kind of assholes. That's why I joined the extra military. But let's get you back to the truck.
And he steps out in his hazmat suit, shuts the door behind him, and you guys are good to go.
And he looks like a normal guy. He doesn't look like he's got guts hanging out from underneath the suit.
Well, he's in a hazmat suit, so.
Alright, I guess I just lead him back to the Chimera.
He does seem pretty fat, but like he's a farmer, so plenty of food.
All right. So, welcome back then, Jort, and whoever you are, what's your name?
Oh, yeah, I'm Mr. Wilkins. I run this farm here. So
All right, Wilkins, you can take that chair in the back. Be sure to buckle up. It's very bumpy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Where are we going then? And see, as he's walking past all this, it's like, oh, Jeremiah, no, oh, no. Oh, that's not. Oh, Sarah. Oh, I wouldn't even be able to recognize her if it wasn't for the platinum tibia we had to have replaced. Oh, jeez, gosh darn. Oh. So, if it wasn't about the taxes, why'd you guys even shell us with this?
I'll just look at him and go, there's a planetary conflict going on right now. Did you not hear about that? You're about a few miles from the front line.
It would explain all the unseasonable thunder we've been hearing lately.
Is this
just like
is
scratching
this
his chin for a bit?
Is this a shit? I don't know how to like an oasis in the middle of a swath of death?
It is.
More or less, yeah.
I mean, is it completely
the entire
surrounded?
valley? Well, right now, effectively, there's the valley. So, like, on either side, there have been trench works that have been set up. And the Imperial Guard had been making moves to push through here, but they decided to say, fuck it, and just fill it up with chemical munitions.
Right, so the area around here is as equal as to this place. It's not all death.
Well, a lot of it's dead, but for maybe like maybe 4 or 5 miles in every direction around this farm, the plant life is still going strong. But everything around it has obviously succumbed to the effects of the gas.
Okay, so not an oasis then.
No.
Just entirely possible this guy's thick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was my working theory
looks
until
like,
the GM said, yep.
Yeah, so I guess you guys already destroyed my radio tower. That's fine. Thanks for saving me, but I would hate to be the commanding officer or whoever was shelling us. That they ruined a lot of our crops. Do I talk to you about reimbursement, or how do I go about that?
Oh no, you'll want to go up the chain of command. In fact, I got a couple of people that you can go talk directly to, and nah, I'm just bullshitting.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds lovely. Yeah, anyone I could talk to get back on my feet. I mean, I gotta have to come back here so I can make sure that Jeremiah and Sarah get their rightful resting places. So,
Well, you just remember it was Sergeant Varro Raygun who sent you.
right? No, I'll let them know that Sergeant Raygun is the one who was kind enough to give me their contact information.
Right. Well, still, we got to get you out of here. You only have to talk to a couple people first, and I'll introduce you directly to them.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good old plan. So we're just gonna get in this here tractor and head on out, huh?
That's right.
Oh,
Like
fantastic!
I said, that seat in the back, go ahead and buckle up.
Did y'all want to check the barn? I probably would have mentioned that at some point.
Oh, there's nothing too interesting in the barn. Just some old doodads we've collected over the years. So, oh no, Buttercup probably. We didn't have any gas masks for the horses.
Oh, I just realized I'm wearing the fucking leather jacket over the hazmat suit.
You're gonna grow back in the base wearing the leather jacket. You'll be covered in like Rolexes
That's
on your way
not-
back in.
That's not standard regiment. Kit.
You still just have like piles of papers that have been looted from this guy's house,
Mhm.
sitting in a corner.
In a bag. It's in a bag.
It's in a bag.
I will look at Jordan and say, is there anything mission critical in the barn?
Maybe.
Raygun will slowly cross his arms and go, can I get more than a maybe?
Maybe, baby.
Pretty good
We're outta
song
here.
back in my
Vox starts playing Call Me Maybe.
Whatever you've already got on you, Jordan, that's what we're leaving with.
What about the dog tag, sir?
Some cleanup crew can take care of that. That's not why we're here.
Wow, no respect for the dead. Understood.
I'm pretty sure my body is not going to get any treatment at all.
You're saying your body's not ready?
Oh, it is not ready for anything.
All right,
It's ready for
as you
driving
guys-
on out.
As you guys head on out, at long last, you're driving down the way, and you can your guest goes, so what exactly brought you all to the farmstead? Anyway, not that I'm not grateful, because I am. Oh, you betcha. But just came out to rescue little old me. That's awfully kind and uncharacteristic.
That was actually in our mission briefing. If there were any survivors, we were supposed to find them and bring them back. So, here you are.
I must have had you folks all wrong. My apologies.
Can I use the Auspex just to give this guy a scan for anything strange?
Sure. What would you like to scan for?
I mean, I guess I go through the spectrum, right? I'll start with the spectrum, and then what are the odd things that Auspex usually look at?
So it can go through different light spectrums. It can go through radiation. It can pick up on movement, like a motion tracker. It can
Heat and cold is something that came up earlier.
Yep, temperature.
Can I do an
pick up.
X-ray?
I don't
Probably.
think it can. It doesn't say that it can, but then again, it is a magic box of.
It's a
Uncover.
magic box, and there's plenty of
So
cosmic rays.
we will
going
say
on.
it's not really an X-ray, but effectively it's like a sonogram where you can use.
Well, I mean, my
Acoustic
argument would be
vibration
that if
to
it can
use
look
effects.
through any radiation spectrums and everything, I'd just find the spectrum that passes through his body, but not through specific parts of his body, like his bones. Like whatever spectrum of radiation is being absorbed by bones and all that stuff, and I just pass through all the different spectrums.
Sure. You would actually need something on the other end. So the way X-rays work is, I mean, I'm sure you know, you shoot the X-ray through, and basically the receiving end on the other
is the
actual film on
Auspex
the other
not
side.
emitting the radiation?
Right. So you'd need something on the other side to measure it. But I'd say you
Right,
can.
So the sonogram
effectively do
basically
the
does
same
exactly that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess whatever would be absorbed by him, but not by the metal behind him, or rather vice versa, whatever the metal reflects, but the body doesn't absorb. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're
Roll me
literally
a tech
going
use,
through.
and we'll see.
Yeah.
Roll me just a tech use, and you can rig something up to effectively get the same effect of an X-ray.
Logic. Mind impulse unit, right?
Let's see it. Best skill.
Did you not hear me ask the question?
I said yes.
Oh, I didn't hear you say yes, and nobody seemed to be reacting on the cameras. If I don't hear somebody say something, I look at the cameras.
Hey, you plug it in. You manage to try and set up a couple sensors as you irradiate this gentleman.
So that's actually
And
4.1 successes.
Awesome. As you scan via the X-ray, he sort of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but am I okay or?"
We'll find
Standard
out.
procedure. It's whatever the AdMech do.
Roll deception.
Can I just say I failed?
Yeah.
Here we go. Deceive.
Ooh, that was
I
way
don't feel
close.
that bad.
Almost.
He sort of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I don't." But, he wouldn't even know whether it is standard deception or not, so I'll give you a 10-point bonus, so you pass. Congratulations. He goes, "I guess that makes sense. Don't want to make sure I have any weapons on me or anything." And as you scan through it, you can tell that, he is a pretty dense person, but for the most part, he seems completely organic. It's not like he has any, super dense bones or he's had any new bone growths or anything like that. It all seems pretty normal.
And he's not giving off any peculiar radiation or spectrums of light or, anything weird. His heat is normal for a human being.
His heat, he actually seems much hotter. Almost like he's running a fever.
What was it? 104, 106, 101.
You would say he's running closer to 107, so his insides should be... Actually, roll me a Medicaid.
Yeah, I would say that would be dead range.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll fail this roll.
Feel free to add your 20. I'm going to say you pass because of your brain box. It gives you... you're like,
I
yeah,
totally forgot
that's
that.
not... at 106, your insides boil, so... He's probably not going to make it much longer, but he seems fine. He doesn't seem to be incoherent. He's not slurring his speech.
Sergeant, something's wrong here.
What's the matter?
According to my readings, this man should be on the verge of death.
Well, that might be true. He's been kind of down in that basement for a while, haven't you?
No,
I
I mean
assume
on his deathbed,
you're-
verge of death.
I assume this is an aside, you're not having this conversation in
I
front of him.
do
or is
not
the tech
care.
priest
I
just
am having
turn
this
immediately?
conversation in front of him. I figure I'm having some sort of middle seat, and I'm doing this, and looking at him and say, "Sarge." I don't care for deception. I'm no good at it. No use in it.
Meanwhile,
give him any medical treatment you can.
I'm saying,
also everyone roll awareness.
saying that he should be dead, sir. Medical theory is not going to save this man.
Alright, only minus 0.6.
All right.
got
What
two more
about you,
rolls.
Bigby? Ooh, no.
Oh gosh, I was hoping Bigby would actually succeed.
I'm assuming I'm
Alright.
staring right at him, so if this awareness is for him...
It's not.
We rolled into a ditch, did we?
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
As you
Alexander,
guys are-
you can roll awareness too.
Well, it's never going to happen.
Oh, yeah. You may as well try, right?
It's not once ever
Because
happened.
I feel fine. Maybe I'm just hot because of the mop suit.
That's even more of a concern. You should not feel fine.
Well, maybe your magic talking box there is busted.
Heresy. I'm calling heresy. Sergeant, we got heresy back here.
Yeah, file a report on that.
That's heresy.
I'm driving.
Private Jordan,
To drive, and
this
he goes,
man should be dead.
Yeah, Alexander and Jordan, you two got it back there.
Joe,
it,
where
but
are
you
you
cut out.
guys in relation to the Chimera? By the way, I imagine someone's driving. Are
That's
anyone
me.
manning the guns? Or
Did we have a
just hanging out in the
layout
back?
of the inside? I thought we had do we have a handout for that
Yeah.
or something?
You don't have a handout, but you do have
I would
Matter of
assume
fact-
it'd be like a rectangle. There's like seats on the side. The driver's compartment is here. There's like a gunner here or something, and there's more seats.
I think I looked at too many pages of that Imperial Guard loyalty book, or whatever the hell it was called, because it had all these diagrams. I swear that I saw one for the Chimera.
Let's find out.
It's a small closed vehicle. You're
we go.
probably point blank.
Well, I
I'd
don't mean...
probably be like in the gunner seat, to be honest, the heavy stubber or whatever.
Oh god, yes,
Wait,
you're
so
just gonna
George
leave
is
this guy in front
occupied.
of me, aren't you? Oh, another tank.
But no, this is the inside of what you're driving.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you... Awareness check. Another tank rolls up. It's red, so it's orange.
Yeah, I was waiting on
That
it.
would be ridiculous. So,
Yeah,
you
there we go.
you have space in the back for the crew. This thing right here is not actually a place where people go, but you climb up into the turret on the top part for the bolters.
I was too big to do
You have
that.
the front flamer, and then you have the pilot's chair.
Yeah, so I'm all the way up at the front. Other people are in the back, and Jort's up in a gun right now.
Yeah, so clearly I'm in the
I'm
back
gonna-
doing the scan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. That's just there for your reference. We're not actually gonna put any pieces on it.
So I assume
But
that
yeah.
Fine.
I'm the only one back here with this guy calling up to you guys. And you're like, handle it yourself.
Yeah, I gotta drive the vehicle.
Is this guy still in the suit? In the hazmat mop suit, whatever?
I think he is, but we didn't hear the yes, just so you know.
Oh, can you hear me when I'm talking now?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Okay, I think a lot of these times I'm just staring at you waiting for an answer and you've said something and I haven't seen your mouth move.
Sorry about that.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yes,
all good.
it's just you and him in the back, and I imagine, well, your comrade's dead. I don't know. I guess there's a couple comrades hanging out back there as well.
Yeah, I'm saying if I've been told to handle
there
this
anyone in the-
myself.
Yeah,
Big B's in the
Effectively.
back.
Big
Yeah,
B's hanging out in the back.
Jort's outside.
I've also said render him whatever medical aid you can.
Well, I can't do that through a mop suit. Please disrobe.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not particularly interested into machine people.
I'm going to say this one more time, and this is not a request. Please disrobe. Bigby, please keep a weapon trained on this man.
Okay, in these tight quarters, he's going to aim his sniper rifle basically into the belly button, doubling him over. Pinning him to the wall, probably.
He goes, I'm going to have a word with your commander. This is the way you treat civilians. As he sort of takes the mop suit off and he takes his mask off. And like he is very sweaty. Takes the gloves off and he starts taking off the rest of his clothes. He seems normal.
I give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to scan him again for the same exact things.
Okie doke. And while this is going on, let's see. Bigby, you're now focused on the inside, so Jort and Raygun, roll me awareness with a +20.
Okay.
All right.
It's easier because I'm not doing it.
Wow, I just
Wow,
really
I
did
actually
great at that
passed.
Jort, up in this, Raygun, you're a bit more preoccupied trying to get those spines out of your chest, those weird splinters that have just broken all over you.
Just leave him in. Just leave him in.
Maybe if I push it in further, it'll go through. It doesn't.
Oh, that's
It's
a
worked. But why did I think that'd be useful? But as you're driving around, Jort, you're sort of looking around in your turret, and you can actually, over the sound of your own chimera, which is incredibly loud and obnoxious, you can hear something odd. And as you start to rotate the turret, you start to see behind you just like this giant like fog of black smoke. You're like, that's odd. And then you hear it not off in the distance, but surprisingly close as you see like trees shaking. You can hear over your own engines someone going, "Whoa! Get 'em,
Oh,
boys!"
shit. I'm gonna start shooting.
Before you do, we're gonna have to roll initiative as
It's fun time.
behind you, and naturally we're just gonna somehow ruin everything by moving anything just a little bit.
Naturally.
That's how we do things.
Just double checking what my initiative was. I'll relearn the sheet any day now.
D10 plus your agility bonus.
Okay, yeah, if it's just agility, easy.
Let's group that again. As literally pulling up almost right behind you is this weird, it looks like it was cobbled together from pieces of civilian vehicles and destroyed military vehicles.
Mhm.
And as you look back, you can see a bunch of greenskins, orcs, huge orcs hanging on the back of what appear to be like almost like boarding netting, and like chained to the hood of this car is a Grox with a rocket launcher.
Oh shit!
At least the main gun still has ammunition, George.
And
Yeah.
at the same time, you also notice that peeling off around the other side, tearing over some of the trees, the reason you saw it in the first place are more vehicles trying to cut you off.
Ooh boy.
Oh, thank God our sergeant specifically trained for this scenario.
Exactly.
God, I hope he
I
doesn't.
know.
We're just gonna
hope.
Tokyo drift around him.
Hope he doesn't
It's a
get
good thing I
rattled.
didn't bleed to death.
Yeah, hope he don't get rattled too much in the seat and take extra damage.
Oh, I'm here for the extra damage.
You're just hoping this guy in the
Alright,
back
so-
isn't like a scion of Nurgle or some shit.
All right.
Oh, there we go. More of them.
As you see 4 vehicles tearing across the plains trying to catch up to you, and it's weird because they should be getting affected by this nerve agent, and sure enough, a lot of them are covered in sores, and it looks like some of their skin is starting to slough off. But you can also see some of them have just weird gas masks that you're pretty sure one of them has just attached an empty tiny beer keg. You know, those small, person-sized beer kegs to, a series of garden hoses and wrapped it around his head. There's another person who's literally, stapled what appears to be another creature, almost like the squigs you had seen before, stapled it across their face. And that creature is in agony as it's, getting burned by the chemical munitions. But for the most part, these orcs seem to be not doing well, but surviving long enough to pursue you.
Yeah, ton of fun o'clock.
And you can actually hear from a loudspeaker in this vehicle. You can hear them going. You can hear a voice going, "Right, boys, tongue takers clear. Let's get more of these vehicles. Time to go fast. It's what we do." And then in the background, you can also just hear another one just going, "Ducka, ducka, 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 ducka." And he just has these giant goggles on it, as he has what is possibly one of the largest machine guns you have ever seen, already spinning up, and he's just shooting into the air right now. He's not even part of it is hitting his own teams. Yeah, it's sort of right, that one, the one I'm shooting at. That's the one we're shooting at. Follow my traces.
I guess I just cocked the Stormbolter and I'm like, "Speed freaks!"
Yeah. Immediately, Raygun is just going to get onto the radio or whatever passes for an audio system on this and just shout right back, "Did I hear you goddamn challenge Raygun to a race? You're on!" I'm out of here. So,
loud one, boys.
Yeah, I think you actually have to edit the initiative since we can't.
Nah, I'm never gonna do that ever.
Okay, well, we can just say we're...
Alright, Raygun, you have a 12?
That's right.
Jort has a
6.
4, a mighty 4. Look at that.
Mighty.
It's +2. I forgot to add it, but I got a 6. Sorry.
Big B has a 7. This guy doesn't exist anymore. You said you had 6 instead of 4?
Yeah.
Vehicles.
Yoke.
I guess all they have to do is really just believe that the gas is air.
Basically.
Hard enough.
That their random ramshackle stuff is the solution.
Well, I don't know. One of them's pulling a Rick and Morty, so.
Mm-hmm. Only turn once.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Dokily do.
Well, it looks like you guys than ray gun.
Seems that way, and of course the armored truck is the slowest. All right, so here's an introduction into everyone's favorite how to wage war in vehicles.
Yeah.
So, for those of you playing at home, please turn your page over
to page 273 or 272.
Yep.
Yep, I'm on it right now.
Know?
Because I looked it up.
I read your book. All right, so we will start with ray gun. It is your turn, my friend.
All right, I'm going to try to floor it as a full round action. It is an operate test at -10, and I have +10 because I have my own mind impulse unit. So, evens out. Where is operate? Oh, there it is. It's a whole tab. There we go. So, surface with +0. There's 0 handling on the vehicle. Is there any terrain modifier I should add or subtract to this?
So, if you'll notice, you are on some nice flat terrain. So long as you stay there, you will be able to not have any penalties. Going through some of the rough adds a +10, and trying to plow through trees gives you a +20.
Okay, I'm going to try sticking to like a normal path, but let's just see how far I go first. So, first check. -1.3. I do not make any additional headway this turn. However, I can still move our tactical movement, which I will assume 15 meters is one of these hexes.
Yeah, that's the way it's designed.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So, I move up a single hex after my attempt fails. And I will attempt to floor it again next turn.
Alrighty. Next up, Truck 1. So Truck 1 is going to attempt to... Well, first it's going to start off, now that it's in short range, they're going to fire a rocket at you. Because Gretchen are dicks. But you can see this little thing on a chain just be like, ah! Ah! And just fires off a rocket in your direction.
Oh,
and
boy.
You are big, so I believe they get a bonus to hit.
They probably do.
I think it is a +10.
It is a... How big are we? Massive vehicle.
So 10?
Well, I can't confirm it, but if you say 10, 10. I have no idea where to look for size on this yet.
That's actually a good point. I'm pretty sure it's a nice and happy 10, but let me just look it up real quick.
I hate to ask, but you don't have any, like, badass Mad Max fight music in the bank, do you?
No.
Alright.
Just bark, 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 bark.
After you hit me with the bombardment sounds, it's like, oh, well, maybe we got something for everything.
Yeah, I can, let's, I've been slacking on the collection of royalty-free music. But, here we go.
Test.
Let's blow our eardrums out real quick. Nah, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Half of the game anyway, so.
Goes do the insane frog guy.
Yeah.
Just the horse. That's how I do.
Yeah. Size modifier does matter. What did you decide it was?
Let's see. Massive. Oh, to hit is +30.
Alright, so...
So, yes, that is actually a hit.
Okay, sweet. I can attempt to do a jink, where I will attempt to dodge the shot. It has a -30 penalty because the vehicle is in fact massive. So I can avoid one shot from a source if I succeed. So
Give it a shot.
Yeah. Let's see. Operate surface vehicle -20 because I got my +10 hardware and doesn't work.
All right, but you did pull ahead, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take as the sniper rocket hits you in the back for critical damage.
Ooh.
10-9.
All right, so that is to the back. Now, do you have the stats for your camera?
I do. Rear armor is 16.
All right. So calculate the difference and subtract that from your total.
That's going to be 7 armor, so 25 minus 7 is going to be 18, and our integrity is 35. So 35 minus 18.
You see, he's like, ah! And he starts trying to reload his weapon.
There's a hole that's big enough for us to, like, those of us in the back just like, look through.
It just slams into the back. And I think technically this is Righteous Fury because they rolled a 10. So somebody roll me 1d5.
I'll go ahead. Or someone else's. Got it.
Looks like Bixby got it.
2. Alright, so who would like to find the hit location for a 47? That's probably just hull.
A vehicle hit location 47 is in fact just hull.
Fantastic. What is critical to hull?
This attack has hit the vehicle's main hull. Powerful hits here could kill crew members or detonate fuel and ammunition stores.
Could go wrong.
Nothing.
And sadly, my command prompt does not do vehicle crit. I gotta add that.
Hull 2 is gas line bursts.
Oh, fantastic.
Hold on, there you go. I just posted.
Oh, right. There's the whole extra chart for what happens when you hit the hull.
Yep.
Opaque but non-lethal. Fantastic. So while all of this is going on, the back of the area just you hear this as this cloud of white smoke just starts billowing out inside the crew area.
Well, thankfully I'm next, so I can just take my
So
full
anything
action.
inside the vehicle is -20. So that's going to be your turn.
Yeah.
So as soon as the guy in the back strips off his clothes, it's just ping, doof, and everything is now filled with opaque smoke.
It's a rave party. But yeah, no. If they're done, then my full turn is going to be fixing this, which it says doesn't require a roll.
Okey-doke. And that is, they are going to attempt to operate surface. We're going to see how this works. I imagine not well. There's no modifiers to help them. Oh, fantastic! So, literally, as they are going to try and chase you. Let's see here.
I guess one of the weirdest things is seeing green for bad and red for good.
Yeah, that's super odd, not gonna lie. Let's see.
But then green is critical damage too.
It.
Yeah.
Not gain -20. If the driver fails the test by 5 or more degrees, the vehicle goes out of control. Nice. Or crash. Well, it can't crash. So it is considered out of control as he tries to gun it, and it just gives it a little bit too much gas, and now it's swerving back and forth. If they don't manage to get it under control in the next turn, we're going to roll a little dice to see where they end up, but they're probably going to run into trees and die.
I whip my tail back and forth.
Yeah. As they try to move up alongside, they hit a stump, and the entire thing goes on 2 wheels, and you can see the orcs in the back hanging on, being like, "Rock the ship, you git!" As it bounces back and forth from one wheel to the next. Alexander,
we're just going to win because they're all going to roll over.
Alexander, oh, you did your turn?
Yeah, so full action.
You have the kids with the pumped up kicks.
All right. Well then, guess have my comrade open the doors, or is there a port in the back that I can shoot?
There isn't, but you can throw open the doors if you want.
Okay, so open the doors.
Well,
And if possible...
What about that giant hole? Is that not able to stick your gun through?
Yeah, do we have lasgun arrays on the side?
On the sides, you do. Not on the back.
Oh, true.
Right, so you could shoot at the guys on the right. You might be able to make justification for these guys if you really wanted to.
I really feel like Bigsby wants to pull a Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Kind of. And this guy here just did a ton of damage to our rear quarter.
Yeah, he's got a rocket, and he's going to take time to reload that now, at least.
Yep.
Yeah, so I can nail him in that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun when we all fall out.
So would I be able to get that aim bonus if the...
As a Ratling, your comrade, and since you're already in cohesion with your comrade, you get to aim, do a full aim for free.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Full aim for free and single shot. It's I remember I got a bonus that allowed me to basically make a called shot every turn.
Yep.
What was that? It wasn't heightened senses.
Deadeye.
Deadeye shot.
Yep. But that actually only reduces it by 10. You know,
it was a comrade action, wasn't it?
No, his second comrade action is to prevent the enemy from dodging, which this Gretchen is currently chained to the hood of a car, so they're not able to anyway.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right.
All right, so I do want to try to go through the eye. Why not? That's fed.
While you're rolling, just to confirm, the back hatch is now open, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, do we have seatbelts?
You do. You're not in them.
Cool.
I did advise people to be in them. By the way, Survivor isn't in them.
What's that?
If he stood up and took all of his clothes,
I think the guy from Maine is the only guy that buckled up.
Yeah, he is not. The guy that you're trying to escort to safety is not in a seatbelt.
Standard range?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he had to get naked for fucking Alexander.
Look, one of these times, one of these guys is going to be like Nurgle infected, and you'll be like, oh, thank God Alexander was being creepy that day.
Oh yeah, no. I'm totally sure he's
so what's
some
my
kind of
modifier in the shot?
Minus one more time?
What's my final modifier for this shot? I did the aim and all that, so it's just asking for a final modifier of anything that wasn't covered.
I don't believe you would have one because you're just shooting the person, but did you do short range?
I'll have to go back and do it.
Well, just roll it, and then we'll just add 10.
Okay.
Oof.
Didn't sound good.
I don't think that would have helped.
Yeah, no.
No, 94. As you go, like, tink!
Yeah, the three of us in the back really have to hope that Raygun doesn't fail more rolls.
I believe your sniper rifle considered reliable?
Reliable, yes, and accurate.
Oh, all right, never mind then.
There you go.
So it didn't jam. However, as you aim out there, you take your shot, and it just goes straight through the windshield, and it just sort of sprays the orcs in the back with glass. And they're, "Hey, you're gonna have to pay for the insurance." Thanks, Crystal
What
Pine.
do they know about insurance?
There really is chaos.
Oh, jeez. Well, Big B, that was your attempt.
Yep, I'm done.
All right.
That makes me wonder who an orc would take insurance with.
Right, so you gotta give us 5 teeth per month, and we'll replace anything when you get bloodstains, get brains, ham hooks all across your grill.
What was the insurance agency that had the cavemen?
Geico.
Geico.
Yeah,
Was that Geico? Was that before the lizard?
That's always an orc can do it.
All right,
I was just
going
thinking
to-
Space Hulk insurance agency.
All right. So
Hey, they actually do a thing. Which is
nice.
surprising. As they start just gunning it. as fast as they can.
Oh, they're running away.
Yeah, you hear one going, "No, you're gonna turn to the right. I can't hear him from here." And you see as he tries to turn the heavy weapon that he has, and the other goes, "No, not over my head again!" And they just you see the other orc going, "Ah!" As the sound is like wreaking havoc on his eardrums as the muzzle is bursting right over his head.
Right.
I'm not gonna roll damage because they literally cannot damage you. But you guys just hear the plinking of rounds as it slams across the armor of the Chimera.
Yeah, it's hitting the side now, which is much heavier than the rear.
That's what she said. Alright, so that is their turn. Jort, you're up, my friend.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot at these guys so they don't fucking T-bone us.
Oh, is that what you want to do?
I would hope so, yeah.
Not the worst idea.
Let's see. Do you want me to just roll for the heavy bolter? Because it's like a heavy stubber.
Yeah, it's the same roll, and I'll tell you what the damage and penetration and stuff are.
Perfect. As a matter of fact, take a light fate for being so helpful there, Griff.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Griff the unkillable.
So I guess half
He's
aim, short
killable.
range, full auto.
Sounds right.
All right, full auto is 4, by the way.
You're 4.
Oh shit!
Very,
I got a
very-
negative 0.02.
Oh, it is a large object. Here's
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, what's the size of the... Whatever.
Which one was he shooting at?
The one on the right. The
same
truck.
size as you. That is massive. So,
So
you're
it's plus
30.
30.
Right, so you
Plus
go up to at
30.
least 2 successes.
Yeah, so you would have 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits.
And then you double it because it is storm. And then, so right now, I'm going to put into chat, the damage is 1d10 plus 5, and it's pen 4. However, on each one, you will roll twice and take the better result.
Oh god, this
so-
really is Warhammer 40k.
That's how they do it. You
So-
can also just roll that and then just keep 1 at the end of it.
Yes.
Whatever K1.
Yeah, 2d10, keep 1, I believe.
The stories of people in 40k rolling like 100 dice for one gun attack. It's
I
like,
need more dice. It's like lightning bolts in D&D.
Okay.
no,
you said
you just
6.
Griff.
Yeah, it's double because it's storm. Oh boy.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
So this is looking fun already. And what were you saying, Theta?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he asked
Righteous
you a
Fury,
question
baby.
and you paused, so I was like, Griff.
Oh, sorry. Which question?
No, you answered.
world will
You
never know.
answered at the same time I said
Oh.
Griff.
All right, so 5 and 1, and these are hitting 74.
A 74 hits
A
the
weapon.
weapon.
Uh-oh.
On
Oh,
the
no.
weapon table, scrolling down. Oh, wait, that's turret. I guess turret is the weapon table. Yeah. All right, so 5 and 1.
Technically, the weapon on this truck is a Gretchen attached to it with chains holding a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
What
He
about
is-
the boys in the back?
He is,
No,
quote,
that would be-
stunned for 1 round because he's been knocked around by all the bullets.
Okay.
And he loses power and everything stops working.
He just lays there, just. But
Cannot
8
rotate until the systems are repaired. Yeah, there's some more text here.
Yeah, you see him as he raises the rocket launcher, and then your turret just, and he goes, balls, as he just gets slammed with, because like the damage you rolled for the first part's enough to kind of kill him with both of those hits.
Mhm.
So he's just gone, just a smear, and you see the orcs in the back sort of lean over the top, and they go, I told you.
Oh, actually, of note, I guess, how much ammo do we have left?
28.
How much did that fire?
6.
Okay.
So we went
Alrighty.
from 34 to 28.
So
Do we have any reloads?
and then 15 pen 4 and 15 pen 4 is actually not enough to go through their armor.
Ooh.
On the sides.
Well, we're
They
done.
are as heavily armored as we are at the very least.
Mhm.
I mean, if our best shots didn't affect it, we are boned.
But
But we
let's see.
disabled their rocket, and the other one's reloading.
Well,
For a turn,
technically,
right?
you have the Righteous Fury, so 5 and 1 again. So we'll have to add that to them because you did Righteous Fury on it, and of course you did all of the multiple hits, which of course aren't included in the vehicle hit location section. So I got to click more buttons to figure out what's going on. Let me just make sure. Yeah, side 22. Womp womp. Let me open up yet another tab. Thank you, Only War.
Only War keeps giving more and more tabs.
Now I get to find hit location. Actually, I'm pretty sure I dropped that down our handy dandy cheat sheet for where to find things. And if not,
But
that
this was
it.
probably the best case scenario of a showing from the Stormbolter, and, well, it's not an anti-vehicle weapon.
But you did wipe out a guy with a rocket launcher, and really, isn't that what matters?
It is, because it's the only thing that can hurt us, too.
Except for that guy behind us who really hurt us a moment ago.
Yeah, well, because
Except
he
for
hit
that
us in the back and with an anti-vehicle weapon.
Oh, also possibly the Nurgle guy who's currently inside the vehicle. I'm just gonna throw it out there as a truth, even if it's not.
Yeah, Nurgle guy is fine. He just minds his own business.
No, he's waiting to get back at base to unleash his Nurgleness on everybody else. So we gotta uncover him now.
I always forget how this works.
Which I guess technically that means Bigby turned his back on him to fire at the other guy. Well, I mean, Bigby also opened up the back when none of us are secured, so equally Raygun could make a hard jink and just throw 3 people from the... I guess 5 people from the back of the vehicle. Then we'll have to figure out what falling damage is. One hell of a way to find out what our secondary characters are going to be doing.
Yeah, it's exactly like after all of you die, we'll just go back to base and you can start your new team. It's fun. All right, so just roll me a d10 to figure out what you're gonna hit for the Righteous Fury because I can't find the burst fire hit location table because it all switches. First, you always go to the same place and then it swaps around.
Mm-hmm.
So 4. Nice. Well shot. All right, so that's gonna be the weapon again, but it can't be that. You already hit that twice. So that's gonna be the hole. So hole 5, which should be weapons, turret, hole. All right, so you rolled a 5, correct?
Yes.
So the facing that you struck loses armor by 1d10. So roll 1d10 as the pieces of like additional armor that they just sort of slapped on the side of this just get chewed away by your Stormbolter.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, they lost a ping pong table. As just an entire table falls away from the side of the truck.
I go, no!
I mean, I feel like looking at the vehicles that are coming after us and hearing the things that the orcs are saying. I mean, my nose probably doesn't function as a nose anymore, but somehow blood's still coming out of it. Like, what the fuck? Incomprehensible technology.
Yeah, you're looking at orcs driving body gore for you.
They don't go like that.
Does it make sense?
So the truck from now on only has an armor of 15 on its left side.
Oh, yeah, it fell off. Nice.
Good shooting.
Yeah,
Speaking of, truck 2 no longer has a Gretchen to shoot at you with. So well done there.
Mm-hmm.
So actually,
It's part of the reason why I shot
you
it.
managed to do 3 points of damage to it.
Nice.
Because you would have lost it and then hit again. So they're going to attempt to move a little bit faster.
The other one's
They
cutting
cannot
us off.
succeed as they also begin swerving out of control as they are attempting to make the turn, but instead of just driving straight to.
Very, very nice. Maybe they'll just crash.
And you can just see the Gretchen behind the wheels. Behind the wheel, it's actually two Gretchen. One is working the pedals, the other is standing on its shoulders like this, trying to like look over the steering wheel, and they're just screaming the entire time.
I should have been wearing that trench coat.
On the truck.
Yep, armor truck has gone, and now it's ray gun again.
No, I thought that the armor truck's going now.
Oh, it's going now.
That was truck 2 that just failed.
Truck 2. Yeah, they managed to succeed pretty well as they just go streaming straight through the trees. And as they turn this giant cannon over to the side to aim towards you and just release a gout of fire into the side of your Chimera.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Well, fortunately for us, the side actually has more armor than the rear.
Yeah, I don't think this heavy flamer is going to be enough to actually hurt you.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it. Not the
It is 22 armor.
Yeah, so I seriously doubt it, but it will set you on fire.
Right, and that's technically worse.
Is it?
Because I believe that ignores armor, I believe.
So let's see. It's not an Inferno cannon, sadly.
It's a melter.
66.
Oh Jesus! If it was a melta cannon, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1d10 damage, ignoring armor. Once set on fire.
People have suggested that I should try to get some sort of melta weapon on my my ballistic mechadendrite.
Here you go.